Hello, my name is Ashley. This is Faithful Rattos, and welcome back. So today's video is a bit of an exciting one. My recent litter that was born here, the Lyros, as I call them, because their mum is Lyra and their dad is Goro. They are a little litter. They are a little litter of 3, and they are doing very well. They are happy and healthy and energetic and explorative. I'm going to introduce you them in a minute, but because there's only 3 of them and 1 boy, it is unfortunately necessary to send them to another breeder for socializing once they reach that sex splitting age of about 4.5 to 5 weeks. And they are currently about 3 weeks old now. And to prepare them for life and also that move that's coming up in 2 weeks, I have upgraded their cage. So up here you can see an Alaska, that's what they were living in. Not this one, but one very similar. And this cage, which is the Freddy 2 Max, is what they're going to be living in. It's the same footprint. It's just a little bit taller and allows me to put in a lot of extra enrichment for them, including a wheel, which is behind me if you can't see. And I've chosen to do it at 3 weeks because they are definitely exploring their little cage very happily. I want to push them a little bit in a safe environment whilst they still have mom and each other, because when they go and they get split, I am very aware that that could be a stressor and something that could be very difficult for them. So I am very much trying to prepare them for change, which is beneficial just in general for when you're breeding rats. But in this specific case, because there's only 3 of them and they are going to be leaving me for a couple of weeks and then coming back, and it just seems like a lot of change, which I didn't have to deal with my last litters. And yeah, so I did last time. I moved up to like this size of cage when the older litter was, I want to say, about 4 weeks, and the younger litter was about 3 weeks, only because they were living together at the time and I wanted the younger litter to be happy with that move up. So this time it's a little bit earlier, but as I said, that is the reason. So this is Mummy Lyra, and she has done a fantastic job, haven't you, chicken? You've done so well. I do wish you gave me more babies. I wish, perhaps we had 2 of each. That would have been much better. However, she didn't give us that. We only had the 3, which is absolutely fine. She's going to have a bit of an explore. She's been in a carrier with her babies whilst we've been sorting out the cages. So I'm going to introduce you to the little babies who are already climbing out of the carrier to come and see me. Here they are. This is our little trio. Now, you probably are aware that I'm breeding for shaded, and you wonder, why is there an agouti and a black in this litter? And that is because Goro is an agouti. He carries sea locust, and these little babies will also carry sea locust, and that is why. So I'm going to introduce you to them. I'm going to pop them in, and then I'll film another clip explaining what I've put in the cage and all of that stuff. So this is Stelmaria. Her show name will be Faithful. Hold on, I've only just come up with these names, so I'm Faithful This Soul. Her show name I have gone back and forth with, so I'm not sure. I will put it on screen. Her name is Stelmaria. Then we have the little agouti buck. His name is Yagami. This is from the Yakuza series of games, like his dad Goro, and his show name is going to be Faithful Truth Seeker, because Yagami is a PI, like a private detective, a private investigator. And then the little black doe is Saori, and she is also named out of Yakuza, and her show name is Faithful Protector of the Weak, I think. Something like that. Anyway, these are the 3 babies. I'm going to pop them in the cage since Lyra's in there and see how they explore. They are so lovely, and I'm going to miss them so much. They are just the most wonderful. They are just the most wonderful little beings. So confident, so friendly. Here we go. I'm going to pop them in here so they can explore. So I did make sure to include in their bedding some of their old bedding that obviously smelled like them. Some of these cage accessories were previously in their cage. So this swing, the branch over there, and this little bendy bridge was in their cage. And yeah, so I made sure, and some of the chew toys that were in here were in their cage originally. I just wanted to make it enriching and exciting, but also as least stressful as possible for Lyra in terms of the environment changing. She has been spending a lot of time out of the cage on free roam or in her own cage, so I don't think she'll be too stressed about it, but I did want to mitigate the risk of any of that. And also, given that she is going to say goodbye to her babies when they leave, I am trying to get her used to them not being around as well, and sort of make sure that I'm not adding any more stress than absolutely necessary on the situation. The reason that they're moving is same age company is absolutely vital, and that for their social development. And I have had a rat in the past who, for a very complicated situation, had lost his same age company at about 8 weeks old. And no, maybe he was about 9 weeks old. And at that time, he was fine. He was happy. He had to stay alone for a little while because there was a quarantine period involved. But then when he joined my group, he seemed to settle in fine. But as he matured, he did have some social needs. He didn't quite ever fit into a group, which I do put down to that part of his life, which is unfortunate. It was unavoidable at the time, which is why when you see people online saying that, you homing out baby rats singly, even though they're going to join another group, it's still vital. And especially at that 5 week to 8 week mark is very, very important, which is why they're going, unfortunately for me. They will be probably very happy with the situation, but I am going to miss them. The breeder they're going to is a lovely, lovely breeder. She breeds with the same ethics as me. I know they're going to be looked after there, but I'm still going to miss them. Okay, so I am going to show you around the cage, and then that will be the end of the video. Oh, my nails match. As I mentioned, this is the Freddy 2 Max. It is a very similar proportion to the Alaska, as you can see from the cage above. It's just taller and allows for more enrichment. So in here, I have been sure to add lots of diggable substrate and bedding, including some that smelled like them from their original cage and some from their original nest that they've been in, obviously, since they were born. I have a Tic Tac wheel. This is a Sage one. I got this when I rehomed Cheeky, which is a really sweet memory for me. So this was Cheeky's wheel, and obviously these guys are related to her quite distantly, but they are. And I have made sure to include a water bowl. This will be their first time with a water bowl. This water bottle down here is diluted milk, just for extra calcium, and then obviously they've got water up there. They have some ropes. They have this branch, this Java branch, and there's another Java branch at the back that you can't quite see. And this sort of bridge step thing is from Mini Pets. I have a bendy bridge, which is down here in this pile you can't see, and also a long box that they can use as a tunnel. They also have, down there in the corner, this wooden hide that came with Tiffin and Toast that I thought would be a beneficial thing for them if they want something enclosed. That has some of their original nest inside as well, just for, ease of stress. They also have started now with their little litter training. So they have a litter box. Hopefully Lyra will use this and then they will all get the hang of it. I'm sure Sarah will do a little bit more of that. I'm sure Charlotte will do more of that with them. So they also have the bendy bridge, and at that, as I said, there is, the bendy bridge is being moved. Not sure what's quite going on there. Then I have this swing, which I, for the life of me, cannot remember where I got this because I want to buy more of them. I bought this like right at the start of my rat keeping journey, and I never used it for like 1 or 2 years after I bought it. So then I completely forgot. Lyra, what are you doing, babe? So I completely forgot where I got it from. I really love it. At the back, I also have a hanging hammock perch. What do they call them? Hammock hangers. Yeah, from Cozy Beds and Burrows. And this lovely sunflower hammock is from Ratty's Angels, because obviously my Ratatouille logo is a sunflower and I just love it. And then I can't remember who I bought these fleece ropes from, but you know, they are fleece ropes. There is also a little, like, we call it the orb. It's like a circle hide that's clear there at the back. And yeah, some chew toys from various places, and that's pretty much the setup there. I think this is a pretty good, decent setup for little babies and their mum. I am going to go and enjoy them for the next couple of weeks before they have to leave me. This is Yagami down here. And yeah, the video. Okay, thanks so much for watching my video. If you want to stick around and see more of me and my videos, please do subscribe or even become a channel member. Here on my channel, I talk about my rat keeping journey and experiences, I vlog, and I also make sit-down informational style content on topics that I am familiar with, including care, health, and breeding and genetics. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!